Welcome. So as you can see from my fridge, welcome to the Cyber Monday launch of the Simplest Marketing Plan for 2024. I call it the SMP. I'm Elise Benin of marketing-mentor.com. And I am really thrilled to see how many of you have shown up today. We have almost 1,000 people signed up. So let's see how many of you show up. And, you know, showing up has been my mantra for 2023. Because sometimes it is as simple as that. You show up and things happen, but nothing will happen if you don't show up. So thank you. You showed up, and that really does mean a lot to me. Because today I'm going to reveal the 3 secrets that I've been talking about all month that will show you how to be consistent with your marketing, even when life gets busy, why you don't need willpower to be consistent, and how to stay top of mind to your ideal clients without pestering them. And these 3 secrets are the foundation of everything I teach. But first, I want to show you something very cool. So Bonnie, please share that. I'm going to plug in here. I just realized I wasn't plugged in. I need to be plugged in. All right. So this image, this is a picture of the art of self-promotion. This is where it all started. And I want to know, does this look familiar to any of you? In the chat, tell us if you remember the art of self-promotion. This was a printed newsletter that I published in the 90s. And that has evolved actually into my quick tips for Marketing Mentor, which I know a lot of you get. And I want to thank Greg Siegel. I think he might be here today for this photo because he's a copywriter who's been in my network since the 90s. And when I met him in person for the first time at boot camp last month in Florida, Greg told me that he kept all of my original newsletters and would send me a picture. And he did follow through like any good marketer would. And this is what landed in my inbox a week later. I was thrilled. You know, the art of self-promotion was my very first experiment in content marketing, long before we called it that, by the way. I wrote and designed it in Quark Express by myself, and then I had it printed, folded, and labeled. Yes, we printed it on paper, and Marilyn, she was my little helper from the neighborhood. We folded and labeled them, and then we lugged the boxes of those newsletters all the way to the post office in Hoboken, New Jersey, because I did not have a car. And then we bulk mailed them. Does anyone remember bulk mail? Right? To a list of creative professionals. I cannot even remember how many. I think it was thousands, but it was a list that I compiled myself from research I did at the library. Does anyone remember doing research at the library? Right? That's how long I've been doing this. That's the way we did it back then. And Marilyn, she was 10 years old. She's 37 now, and she is still in my world. And she's actually grown into a lovely young woman who works in marketing. So maybe I had a little bit of influence on her, but over Thanksgiving, we had a chuckle over these memories. And she looked at this photo and she called it vintage. So I like that. And since the 90s, I've done a lot more experiments with content marketing and much more. And I learned how to market my own services by trial and error. And when I say error, I mean that I've made a lot of mistakes. I've tried lots of things that didn't work, although I would never call them failures. I really don't believe in failure. I think everything is learning. In fact, you may have heard me say that your business is a laboratory for your professional growth as well as your personal growth. And that's what I am going to pass along to you today, all the things that I have learned over the years. Because in those now 35 years, I have also created many, many marketing plans. The 30 minutes a day marketing plan, the marketing blueprint, the Get the Work You Want marketing plan. I imagine some of you have some of those still, and they were pretty good, all variations on a theme, basically. I'm sure some of you still have them and are using them, which is great. And do tell us in the chat if you are. I'd love to know. And for some reason, I thought I had to come up with a brand new marketing plan every year. So they just kept getting more complicated, and it was overwhelming even to me, and I knew what I was doing. And now looking back, I can see clearly that these marketing plans were my own baby steps. Each one represents my own progress as I practiced what I was preaching and as I built my business baby step by baby step by baby step over 35 years. But then in 2019, I had an epiphany. If I was overwhelmed by my own marketing plans, then others must be too. And I just knew I needed to simplify everything. So I asked myself, how can I make this simpler? I needed to stop adding content, first of all, but that's how the name came to me. It needed to be the simplest because as I added more content, I realized that it hid the deceptively simple idea that has since become the simplest marketing plan. And once I did that, that's when I really started to focus on this one simple idea and these 3 simple tools. That is when I made it the foundation of everything I do, everything I talk about, everything I teach, and everything I offer. That is when the first planner was born, the SMP Planner. And now there's a year-long program that goes with it. And of course, this community that has grown up around me very organically because building a community was not on my radar. And that's when it really started to make a difference in my business and in my clients' businesses too. My clients started getting more work than they could handle. They started hiring other freelancers to help. In fact, they started hiring each other, which has been kind of amazing to witness and facilitate. And that is when it started to gain momentum. And we are riding that wave of momentum today. Can you feel it? I can. Because the simplest marketing plan has literally transformed my business in the last 5 years, and it can transform yours too. The good news is that it doesn't have to take 35 years. It doesn't even have to take hours. All it takes is 30 minutes a day if you use what I've learned in my 35 years. Because as it turns out, there are some very powerful secrets embedded in the simplest marketing plan. And those are the secrets I want to share with you today. So take out your notepad. I am going to share my secrets. Now, these 3 secrets are, as I said, the basis for everything that I teach, and they are rooted in this simple idea that all it takes is 30 minutes a day. Although, as you start to enjoy your marketing, and as it starts to work, because marketing works when you do it consistently, you will probably want to spend more time, which of course is fine with me. And you will, of course, get more clients, which makes total sense, right? So what are those secrets? Wait, one more thing. I do want to give a shout out to Bryn Chapman, who wrote to me about what he called the marketing monster. He said, I've always subconsciously viewed marketing as the monster under the bed rather than a treat for myself and my business. So I'm curious to learn more. Well, Bryn, I have a feeling that my 3 secrets will banish that marketing monster forever and turn it into marketing magic. Y'all know I'm a sucker for alliteration. Okay, now the secrets. You have your notepad, right? So secret number 1, the first secret is to take baby steps. In fact, I do think that 1 baby step a day is plenty. So many creative professionals believe they have to have everything figured out before you start marketing. Actually, you don't. You can kick off your marketing immediately. In fact, I have a new Smart Start guide that will help you in 2024. I'll tell you more about that later. But really, all you have to do is take 1 baby step a day. When you do that, that's when you start to build momentum. And that is the slow-ish snowball I've been talking about. So one example of a baby step is to start with people you know, because getting someone's attention is the hardest part of marketing. But once you've got it, you can have a conversation. So don't start with strangers. It's much easier to get the attention of people you already know, and I promise you never know where that will go. Or here's another baby step. This is the one that Linda Dell took. She joined the local chapter of her American Marketing Association in Philadelphia, and she just offered to help. She wrote to me, she said, my leap out of my comfort zone was to become blog editor and content strategist for the AMA Philadelphia. So if it wasn't for you, I'd probably be taking another course and waiting until I was ready. But I don't need to wait. People are finding me, doors are opening for me because I'm taking baby steps. In fact, leaps. So I want to say good for you, Linda. I am so glad you are with us. You are here today and you are on your way. So secret number one, when you take baby steps, you build momentum. And that is exactly what I'm going to help you with in 2024. The second secret, if you want to stay consistent with your marketing, get help. Don't do it alone. You see, so many creative professionals believe they need discipline and willpower to be consistent, but actually you don't. What you need is accountability. And what I've learned over the years is that before we can become accountable to ourselves, we first have to be accountable to someone else. And then little by little, baby step by baby step, we internalize that accountability. And then, and only then, can we become consistent in our marketing. In fact, Marie D'Amico wrote to me and she said, it really helps me be much more productive to have a cohort working alongside me. I wish there was another co-working session today. Well, Marie, we did add a lot more co-working to the SMP, the Simplest Marketing Program for 2024, for you and everyone else who asked for it. So secret number two, you don't have to have willpower. You don't have to have discipline. If you get help and you take baby steps, you will build both momentum and consistency. And can you see how those secrets are connected and they support each other almost like a scaffolding for your business? That's what I want to help you build for yourself in 2024. And finally, secret number three is to make business friends. Because so many creative professionals believe that when you follow up with a prospect or when you reach out to a stranger, you're bothering them. Actually, no. On the contrary, you're making friends, business friends. And what do friends do? They're thoughtful and they give you their attention and they offer their help, right? Well, you can integrate all of those things into your marketing too by being generous and by being you. And one of my favorite strategies, because it works, is simply commenting on LinkedIn. Because when you do it as a friend with your genuine enthusiasm and your genuine curiosity, you do actually make business friends. In fact, Val Roskins Tees is the queen of making business friends. Her secret is to ask herself, what would I say if this person really was my friend? So she essentially pretends that the people whose posts she's commenting on are already her friends. And turns out a lot of them actually have become her business friends. And this is also how Ruthie Ehrman just got a brand new client, because she wrote to me last Wednesday and she said, I did what you suggested, and that is commenting. And when my prospect liked my post, I began the communication with her. Then we spoke on the phone and I sent her a proposal. And she says she wants lots of writing done and doesn't have the time. So sounds like a complete gold mine. Yes, indeed, Ruthie, a gold mine. But it also sounds to me like the beginning of a beautiful business friendship. Doesn't it to you too? So if I had to give you all three secrets in one sentence, here's what I would say. You don't have to bother anyone. You don't have to have willpower, and you don't have to have everything figured out. All you have to do is be you and be generous and take baby steps and get help. That is how you build momentum and consistency. And the big overarching secret is this. All it takes is 30 minutes a day. That's how you build a business you can depend on. And that's what I really want to help you do. You want to know how? But tell us in the chat if you want to know how. Of course, I'm going to tell you everything. And I will start with an overview of what is new for 2024 in the Simplest Marketing Plan, because you're going to get more help kicking off the new year. Because in January, our focus will be on getting you some quick wins, and we'll do that with my brand new Smart Start Guide. And for the SMP Plus program members, there will also be a 3-week Smart Start Intensive. So you're going to get more help kicking off the new year, and you're going to get more clarity than ever, because we're having a brand new Cyber Monday bonus, which is also in January. This is the Dream Business and Dream Client Workshop, which I'm presenting with Lisa Mullis, whom some of you know. So more clarity and more help kicking off the new year, and more accountability than ever with weekly co-working and outreach clubs, plus our brand new weekly Focus Mate buddy sessions, details shortly. So more clarity, more accountability, and more practice than ever with your marketing in this safe environment, with 4 all-new skill-building intensives. These are very popular, so I'm developing 4 brand new ones, and I will share the topics in a moment. And best of all, more access than ever to me. In fact, with the office hours and the Ask Me Anything sessions and the 4 intensives and the weekly co-working and the new outreach and the private Slack channels, if you want it, there's an activity with me almost every week. And if you miss 1 or 2, it's really no big deal. So essentially, all you have to do is show up and jump into my flow, and you will get more help than ever. And that is what will take you in the right direction. So do you want to jump into my flow? I hope so. You may want to know what that flow is, so I will tell you, of course. But first, let me ask you a question. Do you mind if I spend a few minutes pitching? Because I'd like to go into the details and tell you all about the goodies. May I? Bonnie, what are they saying in the chat?
Go for it. Pitch away, Lise.
Excellent. I was hoping you'd say yes, because I really feel like we've outdone ourselves this year. And I'm going to walk you through this goodie by goodie. And it's also on the website, of course. So Bonnie, why don't you share the screen? And I will go through this. We put together a little PowerPoint. All right. So you've got 2 great options for 2024. And the thing is, when you invest in the Simplest Marketing Plan, and I really do think of this as you investing in your business and, even more important, in yourself. So here's what you're going to get. First of all, the planner, the Simplest Marketing Planner. So some of you may not know what the Simplest Marketing Planner is. This is essentially my Simplest Marketing Plan framework in a totally not overwhelming at all 15-page PDF that you can print out and or use online. Now, this planner will set you up with a simple system that's easy to follow on your own. So if you're the DIY, do-it-yourself type, this is perfect for you. It's designed to guide you through the 3 most effective marketing tools. They are content marketing, strategic networking, and targeted outreach. And embedded on almost every page of the PDF are videos explaining how to use each tool. It's got a weekly marketing schedule. It's got fill in the blank worksheets and a really simple way to track your income and your new clients. Plus, best of all, lots of excellent examples, because we all need excellent examples to follow. For 2024, I have made it even better. I can't help myself. So here's what's new. I've added a couple new pages, including one to help you build what I call your Marketing Smart online presence, whether that's your LinkedIn profile or your website or both. I've also, of course, updated the resources, but most important, we are making it super easy, easier than ever to use. So we've added 2 new formats, a Trello format for all of you Trello users, and a digital format that will allow you to essentially import your marketing tasks directly into your calendar so that they'll be in your face and you'll be reminded more often to do them. So ultimately, the Simplest Marketing Plan will be more visible to you. Won't that be helpful? All right, so the planner, the total value of the planner is $349 with all of those formats. But we've got more for you because, as some of you may know, you also get the monthly office hours, which some people call the monthly office party. And this has become the cornerstone of the Simplest Marketing Plan. This is where you get to practice networking in a safe environment and start making business friends. In fact, thanks to Zoom magic, this year, people who have found themselves in breakout rooms together have become clients and collaborators and more. Now, of course, if you can't join live, you'll get the replay the next day, but you can now binge watch all the replays immediately. You'll get all the office hours I've ever done. There are almost 70 of them now, and you can binge watch them between now and January. Won't that be fun for the holidays? So the total value with the planner, with the schedules, and the monthly live sessions, office hour sessions, is $949, but that's not all. You also get a live onboarding session, and this is where I'm going to essentially show you how to use the 3 tools and the planner. So if you're new to the Simplest Marketing Plan, this will be helpful, but also some people might need a little refresher. And the brand new Smart Start Guide, which I mentioned, this is designed to get you the quick wins. So it has shortcuts for what to do first and how to spend your 30 minutes a day so you can get started as soon as we kick off the new year. So now the total value is $1,149, but that's not all, because we have 2 new things that I'm pretty excited about. The first one is accountability buddies. So we all know that accountability is key to getting your marketing done. So we have created our own group. We call it the SMP group on focusmate.com, which is an accountability platform. And that's where you'll be able to meet up with each other to do your marketing together in pairs. And with the Simplest Marketing Plan, you get 3 free sessions per week. Doesn't that sound cool? So now the total value is $1,869. All right, but that's not all, because we also have, this is very exciting, our brand new SMP phone book. You asked for it, you got it. We are making it easier than ever for you to connect with each other for referrals and collaboration, for commiserating, and of course, for business friendship. No more, who was that person I met in the breakout room? Or does anyone here write healthcare copy? This is essentially a searchable directory of pre-qualified creative professionals, everyone who is part of the Simplest Marketing Plan this year, high quality people like you that you can depend on, because that is who joins this community. Now, of course, it's optional to join, but I have a feeling this is going to be an invaluable resource, and I can't wait for it. So now the total value is $1,969, and I have one more thing to add, which is the Cyber Monday bonus. This is only good today. When you buy the Simplest Marketing Plan, you also get the Dream Business and Dream Client Workshop presented in January by me and Lisa Mullis. This we have designed to help you get clarity on your goals, both financial and otherwise. And this is the clarity that will help you attract your dream client so that you can build your dream business. Doesn't that sound like exactly what you need? I think so. So now the total value, $2,119. Wow. That is the Simplest Marketing Plan, and it's perfect for you if you are the DIY type. As I said, it's worth $2,119, but of course, that's not what you'll pay. I will tell you the price very soon, I promise. But first, if you want to build a business you can depend on together, then I have another option for you. Option 2 is the Simplest Marketing Program, or what we call SMP Plus. And here's what you get with SMP Plus. First, you get everything I just went through for the SMP, including the Cyber Monday bonus workshop. But you also get the Slack channel. So this is access to my private Slack channel. And what's new in 2024 is that we are setting up a couple new sub channels, one for pricing discussions and another to make referrals, because this is what started happening organically in this past year. And I just want to make it as easy as possible. So now the value for the SMP Plus is $2,409. Okay, that's not bad. But then there are also 4 new intensives. These are quarterly intensive workshops, 3 weekly 1-hour meetings every quarter, basically. And each one shows you different ways to implement the tactics and the tools in the Simplest Marketing Plan. The first one in January is the Smart Start Intensive. So that's based on the Smart Start Guide, and that will get you some quick wins. And then as the year progresses, we're going to go deeper into LinkedIn. And I'm also working on one to teach you how to integrate AI, artificial intelligence, into your marketing, because that is going to be important. So as I said, these are quarterly, and that will help ensure that you'll stay on track all year long, because you know what happens. We start off strong and then we drop off. And it is my mission to prevent you from dropping off as we go on. Doesn't that sound like what you need? All right, so now the total value is $4,009, but that's not all. As I mentioned, we have weekly co-working and now new outreach club sessions. So this is where we all come together for a block of focused time and everyone just does their marketing together. This is the best way to get your marketing done, and it is kind of fun, actually. And in the new outreach club sessions, the focus is on outreach. Everyone is going to do their outreach together, which makes it a lot less painful. And you're going to be sharing results and tips and asking and answering questions in real time. And if you've attended any of these sessions, you know how magical and productive and fun it can be if you do it together. So for 2024, there's one or the other of these almost every week, and they'll be scheduled, please don't worry, at various times during the week and during the day for maximum flexibility, right? There will be something that fits your schedule. That is my promise. So the total value now with the co-working and the outreach club is, oh my God, $5,309, but that is not all, because we also have and are continuing the monthly Ask Me Anything session. So this is where we put my brain on your business. Every month we meet up and you can ask me any questions you have along the way. And this year we're adding hot seats, or some people call them love seats, and coached role-playing exercises. I coach you as you do role-playing. So not only will you get your questions answered, but you'll get to practice tough client conversations and negotiating too. Don't you need that kind of practice? I think you do. And don't let me forget the AMA Ask Me Anything video library, because I've taken clips of all the questions I've answered so far this year, and I made a playlist that you can go to when you need a quick answer. So it's kind of like having a virtual me ready to answer 24/7. Isn't that cool? All right, so now the total value is $6,509. But that's not all, because we have 2 bonuses that go with the Simplest Marketing Plan program, SMP Plus. The first one is the Money Confidence Bundle. So this is a combination of my popular ebooks and my newest training videos from my private library that no one else has seen unless they were in attendance. So this will give you the mindset and the language that you need to get the fees you deserve. So now the total value, $6,906. Oh my God. That's not all. There's one more thing I'm adding. And this is a live year-end virtual retreat at the end of 2024. At the end of the year, we will gather virtually to celebrate, to reflect on your progress, to connect with each other, to look at how far you've come, and to gear up for continued success in the year ahead. I've been talking a lot, but wow, right? The total value there, total value, $7,406. But of course, that is not what you're going to pay. That's not what we're going to charge you. You want to know the Cyber Monday price? I think that's what you're waiting for, right? All right, so Bonnie, let's show the slide. This is because it's Cyber Monday, right? Wait for it. The simplest marketing plan with the office hours and everything else. Total value, $2,119. Full price after today, $199. Cyber Monday price, $99. And if you want to do it with my help and with the help of the community, the S&P Plus, total value, $7,406. Full price, $15.99 after today. Cyber Monday price, $7.99. And that is not monthly, right? That's for the total year. So if you think about it, all you need is one, let's say $1,000 project, and the program pays for itself. Wouldn't that be worth it? I think so. And yes, of course, there is a money back guarantee. Don't worry, because you have until January 31st, 2024 to decide if it's for you. If it's not, you just let me know. I will give you a full refund, no questions asked. So that makes this a totally risk-free investment, because I want you to go through the first month of the year with me, with us, so that you get a real sense of how powerful this marketing thing can be. Because, as I say, marketing works when you do it consistently. And I'm going to show you, I'm almost going to force you to do it consistently. So you make your final decision after a month of this powerful marketing. That's when I want you to decide. So, as I see it, here are your options in a nutshell. You can do nothing. That's what most people choose, actually. And if that's what you choose, then probably nothing will change in your business, which may be fine with you. You may not be ready for this change, but you're here today because something needs to change. Am I right? So if so, then you can go for option 1 and buy the simplest marketing plan. That's the planner. And with the money back guarantee, you've got really nothing to lose. So if you think this just might work for you, I think you owe it to yourself to try it. Or you can go all in with option 2 and join me and the S&P Plus program. Because if there's any chance at all that this may be exactly what you need to build a business you can depend on, I want you to join me and we'll get going right away. But I want you to do this for yourself, not for me. This is about you. Your $7.99, your $99 is not going to change my life. I have what I need right in my fridge right here. My life won't change if you join me, but yours will. Plus, you don't have to make your final decision until the end of January. But this price, $99 and $7.99, is good for 61 minutes from 2 o'clock. Right? What time is it now? 1:33. This offer ends at 3:01. Then the prices go up. So this is the absolute best deal of everything I just went over. So if you know you're in, don't hesitate. I can hear on my phone, people are already buying. This is not my phone, this is my watch. So the link is there. Go ahead and buy. But Bonnie, let's show the landing page where people are going, because I want you to see the comparison table. Some people asked, can we see the two options side by side? The answer, of course, is yes. It's on the landing page. So here you can see exactly color-coded what is included and not included, both with the S&P, the Simplest Marketing Planner, and the S&P Plus, the year-long program. And the bonuses are there in pink, right? And this is Cyber Monday only until 3:01, basically. And then we're changing things. All right, so go ahead and buy. Yes, a reminder that there's a money-back guarantee. And I know there are questions. I can see in the chat lots of questions. I've already been channeling some of your questions, actually, and we're going to answer them right now. We're going to start with the ones that I have already prepared, and then Bonnie will share the other ones that you're putting in the chat. So please start each of your questions with the word question so it doesn't get lost in the stream. All right. So what is the main difference between the S&P and the S&P Plus? All right. So I distill it to this. If you want support all year round and a lot more access to me and to the community, then the S&P Plus is for you. If you're basically a DIY gal or guy and you just want a little help kicking off 2024, then the S&P is fine for you. Next question. All right. Can I just use the S&P, the simplest marketing plan that I have? Yes, of course, right? This is the 6th one, actually. And so if you're a hardcore DIYer, you certainly can. But if you do, you're going to miss going deeper with me in all the ways I've been describing. And the thing I didn't mention is that I am constantly developing new ideas. So by being part of the program, you get access to my newest ideas as they form. In fact, often in response to something you actually say, that's how I get my ideas. So you'll miss that. You'll also miss our amazing community. Now, I've heard it said that people come for me, but stay for the community. I see that happening. And that makes sense because it has become one of the most valuable resources of the Simplest Marketing Plan, thanks to y'all. So yes, you can use the S&P, the Simplest Marketing Planner that you have, but you won't get to come to the office hours and you'll be on your own, which may be fine for you, right? But this is the best deal ever. All right, next question. What's the deadline for the Cyber Monday deal? Okay, as I said, you will have 61 minutes starting at 2 p.m. So until 3:01. And I can tell some of you aren't waiting because my watch is going ka-ching. I don't know, can you hear that? But yes, you have until 3:01, essentially. Next question. Do I have to pay in full upfront? No, actually, if you use Shop Pay at the checkout, let's show the slide there, you can pay in installments. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you can see, right? If you click on Shop Pay and then you click on Pay in installments, it gives you a couple different options for the installment. So go ahead and do that. All right. Is there a money back guarantee? Yes. As I said, I want you to have a full month of marketing so that you can decide. And then you just let me know before January 31st, 2024, and I will issue a full refund. No questions asked. That applies to both the S&P and the S&P Plus. When do we get started? Well, you can start today. You'll get the new S&P planner immediately. And again, that links to the almost 70 replays of office hours, so you can binge watch that. And then I forgot to mention this, actually, another bonus. We will all start live this Friday, December 1st at 2 p.m. for the last office hours of 2023. And then we'll kick off 2024 in the first week in January. So we start this week. No need to wait. What do you get today? Everyone gets the Simplest Marketing Planner with all the links I mentioned to the office hours. But if you join the S&P Plus, then later this week, I don't know exactly when, as soon as I get everything organized, the S&P bonus, the Money Confidence Bundle, will also land in your inbox. How many seats are available in the S&P Plus? Right, that's a good question. So, of course, there's a limit to how many people I can help all at once. So we're keeping the group small-ish. Last year, it sold out in the first hour, just saying. And many from last year have already renewed last week when I gave a VIP preview. But I do have about 25 spots left. So if you know this is what you want, I would get it now. And remember, if by January 31st you decide it's not for you, I'll give you your money back, right? It's not a credit, it's a full refund. So if you know, go ahead and do it now. Will you be sending out the replay? Yes, we will send it out tomorrow, but you'll miss today's bonuses. But you know, that happens. All right. Does it matter? I know there are a couple of questions about like where you are in your business and will this be good for you? So does it matter what kind of business you have? So the way I've designed it is that the SMP, the Simplest Marketing Plan, works for all freelancers and solopreneurs and even owners of small agencies. It's for any creative professional offering any service. And I define creative very liberally. In 2023, we have had designers and writers, video guys and web guys, web gals, photographers and coaches, content strategists and marketers, even a personal historian. So if you think of yourself as a creative professional, then I think the Simplest Marketing Plan will work for you. Next question. Ka-ching. Does it matter if you are still developing your niche? No, you don't need a niche to start marketing. I didn't start with one. It helps, of course, but it should not get in your way. Plus, the SMP will help you figure it out, especially the Cyber Monday bonus, that Dream Business and Dream Client Worksheet workshop with Lisa Mullis. That will help you. Dream Client, that's a focus on your niche. All right, does it matter if you haven't started your business yet? No, actually, this is going to get you started, I promise. If you're ready to start, if you want to start, this will help. And the people will help. We will get you started. Next question. If I buy the SMP now, can I join the SMP Plus later? Only if there are spots left, which is highly unlikely, because I think it's already almost full. And of course, the price will be different later. So probably not. All right, if I buy the SMP Plus now, can I downgrade to the SMP later? Yes, of course. That's not a problem. Do we have access to the material forever? Okay, so yes, we make all the material available to download. So as long as you download it, it's yours. But this is not a course. This is not a platform that you're going to spend time in. It's not an ongoing subscription. It renews every year in January. So a lot of people bought in 2023, but they're renewing this year. And those are the people who were invited to the VIP preview last week. And the thing is, it does get better every year. I can't help myself. So if you want to stay in my flow and in the community, then you renew each year. But the material for the year is yours. You download it. All right. Yes. More questions about payment. So is there interest if I pay in installments? Okay. So my understanding, and as I showed, is that if you choose Shop Pay at checkout, it should give you the option of paying in installments. And if you want to avoid interest, you pay in the fewest installments. That's how it works. And I think it requires a debit card also. That's what I know. All right. Is the money back guarantee a credit or a refund? It's a full refund, no questions asked. How long does the program run? Okay, so it's all through 2024. So the last day is December 31st, 2024. Next question. What is the time commitment? Okay, so the Simplest Marketing Plan is based on 30 minutes a day. I've said that. And that really is enough to get you started. But in addition, for the SMP, the Simplest Marketing Plan, the monthly office hours is 1 hour and 15 minutes. So that's your whole time commitment. And for the SMP Plus, it's more. But the thing is that it's mostly time I'm carving out for you to do your marketing. That is the whole point of the program. We are helping you get your marketing done, not giving you more for your calendar or your to-do list. So that said, there is an activity almost every week that you can join or not, totally up to you. Some weeks it's 75 minutes for an intensive. Other weeks it's 3 hours for a co-working session. But the time committed is to yourself and your business and your marketing. And that is how you build a business you can depend on. Next question. Oh, ka-ching. Can we see the calendar? Soon you will see the calendar. I'm still finalizing everything, but really don't worry. There will be plenty of options to choose from at various times of the day and days of the week. And I don't expect perfect attendance from anyone. We all have businesses to run and lives to live. Plus, you can always watch the replay. How is a retreat different from an intensive or a workshop? Okay. So the retreat, the year-end virtual retreat, which is, as I said, a Cyber Monday bonus, so only today is available. The retreat is a time for reflection and big picture planning. It's half a day. Workshops are more task-oriented with a focus on a particular topic. So the Dream Business and Dream Client Workshop, that has a focus on a task. And the intensives also have a focus on a task, and they're shorter. Those are the differences. What's the difference between outreach and co-working, and how do they work? Okay, so let me go into this. So co-working is a 3-hour block of time to do your marketing, any type of marketing. So what happens is everyone announces at the beginning what they're going to do. And then when we wrap up, everyone shares how far they've gotten. And then we also have a bit of time at the end for questions and chatting. And there's a check-in in the middle. And outreach, that's a 1-hour time slot to focus specifically on doing the targeted outreach, because this is the most challenging and it's better to do it together. But the format is basically similar to co-working. It's just more focused and shorter. Hopefully that answers. All right, how does FocusMate work? Okay, so FocusMate.com is the accountability platform. And so this is essentially more accountability and more co-working in pairs. So FocusMate, as I said, it's an accountability platform, and we have created a special SMP group within the platform so that you can buddy up with each other and co-work together. And you can choose a specific person, or you can be randomly paired with another SMPer, as we like to call y'all, or with anyone else on the platform anywhere in the world if you prefer. So that means it's always also good for networking. And eventually, you might even have favorites that you co-work with. So we're just expanding your network here while you're doing your marketing. All right. Will the 3 free sessions, do we get 3 more free sessions with the SMP? Right. So with FocusMate, a free account gives you 3 sessions a week. We're not adding to those 3. Those are the 3 that you get. But what you get with the SMP is to be part of this group. And if you want more than 3 free sessions a week, then you can upgrade to a paid account. All right, how do we buddy up on FocusMate? So I'm going to show you all of this in the onboarding session, but in a nutshell, we're basically going to be recommending time slots on the calendar so that SMP members will be available, and then you pair yourselves up. But if no one from the SMP is available when you want to do it, then they will pair you with someone else on the platform. How long are the sessions on FocusMate? You have 3 options. I believe they are 25 minutes, 50 minutes, and 75 minutes. You choose. What and when are the 4 intensives? Okay, so this is part of the calendar I'm still working on, but there, as I said, there's 1 in each quarter. First one is in January, and that's the Smart Start Intensive, which is based on the Smart Start Guide, which we almost called the Baby Stepping Boot Camp. The rest are focused on LinkedIn and AI and more. How long do we have to decide? Yes, as I said, you have, let's see, what time is it now? 1:50. So you have 1 hour and 10 minutes.